先走。
这个也太不正规了吧？干，明天就干。
I think we're good.
I think we're good, but I think people are going to be freaking out that my head is changing colors. Hi, everybody!
Hi, everyone.
Oh, no, Amy Loves Bad Movies. This is Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy, and this is Amy Loves Bad Movies, and today we have a special thing going on. You probably can tell by the fact that we're in a car that we're going to be seeing a movie in the theater. Woo. The reason we're doing that is because it's this one's birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday. I am...
An age.
An age, yes. I like that answer.
you are a new age. The movie we're watching today is I found the trailer, but you found
we happened to stumble across a trailer, and I was excited because it has one of my most favorite actors in it. Actually, giving him the name actor kind of...
He is a filmmaker. He's a raconteur.
He's done so much. He's done action, comedy. He's done a little bit of drama, maybe. And he just recently finally got an Oscar. Thank fucking God. We're watching a Jackie Chan film. We're watching Railroad Tigers. And that's pretty much all we know.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this because I've been watching Jackie Chan movies since I was a kid. I bet you've...
I also have a lot of children who grew up around our age because Jackie Chan was really big in America for like a good bulk of the 90s into the 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
So...
For some reason...
He's a staple.
But I think what really made him stand out from many, many, many other martial arts and stuff is he always has a credits, like... outtake.
I hope they do that for this too. And it's not even like it is outtakes, but it's you get to see that the stuff you see in the movie is they're actually doing it, and especially like this film, which is one of the Chinese productions. They're not as like worried about their actors' safety as we are.
No. See, that's why I went with the word outtakes instead of bloopers, because bloopers involves
right.
Now some of these are pretty funny.
Yeah,
like when,
and he does laugh, but there are some of them where he gets like, you can see him get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't really like to see him get hurt, but I do admire that he goes for it.
He
really goes for it.
Such a commitment to his craft.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, Railroad Tigers. It's about
we have no idea.
Train bandits.
It looks
China.
like from the trailer.
Fun.
Yeah.
And so
he's definitely one of my.
We're gonna go see this movie now.
Yeah, we're gonna try to.
I'm gonna go freak out. Hopefully, freak out any of the people working this movie theater when they look at my hat and go, "Whoa!" But they've probably seen a bunch of these. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. All right, we'll be back in a little bit, guys. Is it? Yeah.
What'd you poke the screen for? Hi, everybody again.
Stupid. Hi.
So we just saw the movie.
Yeah.
And
it's a Jackie Chan movie.
Did you like it?
I did like it. It had some tone problems. Because it dealt with a very dark subject matter in a very dark time in an almost cutesy way.
Yeah. It has its comedy, it has its action, and a lot of fucking people die.
But there's a lot of comedy in it. And effective comedy. I laughed quite a bit. But every time I laughed, I also, felt a little bad because I'm like, this is a real situation that happened at some point. And I'm afraid that I'm going to be disrespectful, and I don't want to do that.
I'm just in here going, Jackie Chan, or whoever the director is, I really like your work, but how many more ways can you snap a person's neck? Just so you know, we did go into this movie knowing it had like a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but that was the only thing we knew about it, other than and it had Jackie Chan in it. Like that.
I think this is along the lines of because Rotten Tomatoes aggregates their scores based on who gives it this many stars, and most of the reviews are coming in like 2.5 out of 4 or something like that.
Which I don't see. That I even with the tone problems, it's still a well-made movie. The characters are engaging and, dare I say, charming.
It's got real good effects. It's got real good acting. It's got plenty good action to it, and you actually come to very much care for like all the characters involved, even the Japanese.
Which, by the way, they're the bad guys in this, kind of like how the Russians and the Nazis were the bad guys a lot in, like, the 80s action movies. Which is what I feel like I could make this... It's kind of like a Hogan's Heroes sort of 80s action movie, but with modern technology stunts.
Yeah, Hogan's Heroes is a good way to kind of...
Yeah.
Basically, this is... Railroad Tigers kind of takes place during the Japanese invasion of China.
And it's a mix of sort of a Western meets war movie. Because at first, with the train robbery and everything, it felt very much like a Western. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of shifts into once you realize that they're in China during, I believe it looks like World War I. It might be World War II.
It should be after World War I. At one point, Japan became very militaristic and decided to start invading China. And then that was like preceding events into World War II. There was that one moment of time.
Okay.
So that's what that was about.
But Japan, it's during the time where Japan was occupying China, and just... It goes from there, and it turns into like this military movie. It's pretty cool.
I honestly had no idea what I was going in for, and when suddenly, it's cool because it actually displays subtitles for all sorts of different audiences. It's definitely not painted as the Japanese are definitely like the most evil people ever.
No, these are very human, like, and they're kind of, once again, charming characters on both sides.
You spend time with them. Granted, there's still kind of a fight for control of this land that's going on, and so you see casualties on both sides.
Man, do you see casualties on both sides. And there's no hiding the amount of death in the movie, and that it's kind of a backdrop of everything, and that throughout this, they still have the sort of sense of humor right up to the end. One of the last things Jackie Chan's character does is laugh.
Mm-hmm. So, it's... Basically, it's kind of centered around this one railroad station where the Railroad Tigers are a bunch of kind of Chinese small group of freedom fighters. I'm stretching that term a bit, but basically they hop onto the rail cars at certain points, knock out the guards, steal a few supplies, and then they take off before it reaches the station. The soldiers inside are humiliated and everything like that. They leave their logo on there, which is like a tiger with wings. And then basically they haven't done anything big.
No, and there's nobody's really died.
No.
Some people have gotten bashed over the head or knocked out and kind of humiliated, but nobody's died.
Actually, I think there was a couple of guys that, in the first one.
Maybe. I think for the most part, though, it was just knock everybody out, steal the shit, run off.
It also came along to, but basically... while they're recuperating from one mission, the Japanese are trying to see who's causing hostilities around there. They get stumbled upon by a member of the 8th Route military platoon. There's a platoon,
basically a Chinese soldier who is the only survivor from a military operation to blow up a bridge. And they were unsuccessful, and he was the only survivor, and I guess he went off, very, very much wounded, to try and, like, recuperate for a little bit before planning on rejoining his army.
Unfortunately, he's way too injured. They try to get him out, but the Japanese locate him, and he kind of passes off the mission to the Jackie Chan's character, the leader of the Flying Tigers.
Right.
And so he decides... everyone decides, okay, let's avenge him. Let's actually get this done. And so they just set out on a huge mission to blow up the bridge. And there
are various twists and turns along the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the movie. Let's see, we went in there at like 6:40. It's a 2-hour film. There's quite a bit. They really don't faff about when it gets to like a little bit of action, a little bit of story setting,
a little bit more of action.
Let you know about the characters and their relationships and everything like that. You know, everyone stands out in their own unique way. And it's really, really fun to watch. I will say that. The story kind of steps aside for a moment for the action, then it comes back, and then you have this, and then you have that. But it's very fun to watch. It's definitely worth going in for a popcorn night if you want to see it, or renting it when it comes out on Blu-ray or something like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely give this one a solid recommendation. I'm not going to say anything more. It's just a fantastic watch.
And of course, at the end, you had the outtakes.
Of course, it's a
and they were charming as usual. I said charming a lot in this because
that's much charming.
That's the main feel you get from this movie. It's charm.
Would you say you were charmed?
I was very charmed. I was very charmed by this charming movie.
But yeah,
with its charming characters and of course the charming Jackie Chan.
So yeah, definitely good.
Yeah, I liked it. If you get the chance, catch it. It's
so
worth it.
yeah, go. We've already said it. We recommend it.
We
recommend
go watch it. Next week we're going to be getting to, and I think I said it wrong in the last one, but it's Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. I said Walk Fire With Me, but it's actually Fire Walk.
I forgot that was thing.
Which is a bit darker subject matter. I don't think I'll be using the word charming as much as I said tonight.
I don't think I'll be using the word charming at all.
So we'll be getting to that next week. All right. Would you like to go get some wings?
Fuck. Yeah, let's go get food.
Bye.
All right, bye, everybody.